Well, hi guys, welcome back to the channel. It's Richard here, and this afternoon I thought I'd talk about some new projects that are coming along. But before then, and some new projects definitely coming along, because I've just actually ordered one on eBay, so that's a definite project and that's going to be quite interesting. So stay tuned, don't forget to subscribe and press the little bell and comment. And thank you everyone who has commented on the last video I posted last week. I'm playing another record today, before I talk about what you're looking at, and that is this amazing guy called Titto Ruffo. This record here is called Sipuo, S-I-P-U-O, and it's from, I've discovered it's from Ruggiero, and it's the Prologue Pt1. The only reason I know this is because there's another channel that I found this recording on from Titto, so yeah, I'll put a link to that channel because it does explain it quite well. It's exactly the same recording. This is obviously this is a sample record. Again, it's in oops, let me just whip it out. It's really thick shellac, this one. You can see here how thick that is. It's single-sided again, and it's got the famous gramophone trademark on there, and it's reproduced in Hanover, it says there. I just about see that on there. So yeah, so came out, this particular recording came out apparently in 1912, so it's quite old. And I know that you've been loving these recordings. A lot of people have said how nice they are, so I will put them on. I've got I think I've got 3 more sides, or is it 2 more sides? 2 more sides, actually 2 more sides. Just heard a firework going on outside as well. Anyway, yeah, 2 more sides. So play that there. So enjoy that. I played it on the Decca 73 in the main house, as you know, in my music room stroke office. So yeah, that's, and then the other record, and I'll put some bits about that. The other one is that I've some Sid Phillips records I found in a local charity shop. I've got a few of these. I think I've got 2 or 3. This one is I Found My Baby. It's a quick step, and Sid Phillips is I think, as I said in one of my previous vlogs, I didn't really know very much about him, but I've discovered it's really good. So he's actually he plays clarinet, and played with some of the greats as well. So this is a really fine copy, this one. This came in this rather nice blue cover. Just do it one-handedly. If I can get this out of here. There we go. So it's a really nice copy. Under these lights it looks quite good. And on the B side, or the A side, it's High Society. And yeah, again, so yeah, on the HMV red label. So very nice. So I hope you enjoy those 2 this afternoon. I'll put one at the start, and I'll put this one at the end, so that there's a sort of gap between the 2. So anyone who's not particularly interested can always scroll forward until the main part of the channel. So yeah, so thanks for that. You're looking at the motor and the motor ball from this Gerrard motor, which is an 11A motor, from my Dulcetto, which I have in the main house. This machine, I'll put some pictures of it. This machine I've had, over a decade now. It was one of the very first main cabinet machines I did some work on. It came from Seaford, a place called Seaford, and was used as a bench by the gentleman's father who I bought it. He passed away. He had lots of radiograms and that. This is the one I chose. I bought it on eBay, and I went down to collect it with my son in my first Mondeo. That's how long ago that was, and brought it home. And so yeah, and it took me a while to do all the cabinet work, so it's really good. So it's in really good condition, and you can see here really nice and bright work. This 11A motor, made in England by Garrard, and it's a double spring box. It works really well, but it's been playing up, and the problem has been that I think the adjustment needs to be for the because it's jamming. The adjustment needs to be for the, here we are, governor. There we go. It's stopping. I think what's happening is it needs adjustment on one of these ends because it's pulling it too far. and then it's just clicking over. So I've got to do some work on that. So it should be okay. I need to pull it forward a bit and fiddle with it, but otherwise it's fine. So that's what I'm going to do this afternoon, and once I've got it all going, I'll show it in working order and then come back to you. See you later. On the Gramophone Company Limited label, Not For Sale, sample recording by Titto Ruffo, Saipuro, played on the Decca 73. Enjoy.
non per dirvi come pria le lagrime che noi vertiam son false e gli spasimi e dei nostri martir non allarmatevi. No, no, l'autore ha cercato invece fingervi uno sguardo di vita. Egli ha per massima sol alla notizia e un
Well, welcome back, guys, to a rather rainy afternoon on Sunday, the 14th of November. And yes, so you can see that the motor's been reassembled. I put some photographs on the disassembled. Basically, it wasn't what I thought it was. It was not the governor, which is running really well now. It was actually the spindle. Oops, that's because the speed is not adjuster's not actually been activated. It was actually the small. I'll just stop this for a second. It's a small bearing that's at the bottom here. You might not be able to see that. If I turn it on its side with the light a bit better, there, that might be better. Right, this piece, this spindle, which is the main spindle for the turntable here, this piece here, goes through into here. It engages with the governor, which keeps the speed constant, as 78 RPM, and then goes into this recess here. And at the bottom there, there on some of these motors, there's a small ball bearing which sits in this recess here, which then allows the thing to rotate. And what's with this machine, it actually has a piece of metal, like a piece of a spacer, and it had shifted slightly to the left inside this recess here, and that's what was jamming it up and slowing it down. So I had to take the whole motor apart, which I put some photographs on so you could see that, and then I've reassembled it. I've then tightened it slightly, done a full wind of the two, because it's a double spring box motor. Here you can see here, there we go, double spring box motor, and this is so what happens is that the bottom one will unwind first, then it will click into the second one, and then it will actually then carry on. And because of the amount of grease between the two, that buffers any jolting that you might hear, and you can hear the motor ticking over nicely now. Very, very quiet, this motor. This motor dates from the early sort of 20s. This is an 11A motor, on Garrard 11A motor, and the machine itself is an early 20s cabinet machine, which I'll do a bit of filming of that as well. So basically, what I've done is I've brought it back out to the workshop. This is the motor board. I've taken the motor board, I've given this a bit of a clean, and I'm going to tighten it all down now, and then it will go back inside the cello cabinet, and I'll put some photographs on there before and after, and then we will then I'll play a record for you. Okay, that's all. Take care. See you soon. On the HMV label, I found My Baby Quickstep by Sid Phillips and his band, played on the Melody 115. Well, welcome back, guys, and we're now looking at the Dulcutto cabinet machine that motor that I showed in my earlier clips has come out of, the Garrard 11A. And this machine, I've had this quite a few years, as I mentioned, probably about a decade now. And the machine was manufactured in the mid-1920s and has a Garrard 11A motor, which is the one that was causing some problems. I've now rectified that. And so this afternoon I just thought I'd give you a bit of a walk round as part of the main part of this video. As you can see, this is known as a cabinet machine, and has a swan type horn inside, and also a large tone arm with a sound box. This all came together as part of it. The tone arm articulates from the side, and some of the research I've done recently says that the position of the tone arm of these machines was best placed in the centre, apparently. So the research I looked up online on the internet said this machine spins at 80, but in fact it's playing at 78, so that's fine. Though 80 at the time was one of the speeds that was becoming the standard, but most manufacturers were actually sticking to 78. And it has a metal plate, a motor board, and a section here for records to go in. The horn is partly wood, partly steel, and is situated underneath, so you close and control the volume by opening the door, which I'll demonstrate when we play a record. And it's a really nice cabinet machine. It's got a really nice tone. And so this afternoon I thought to demonstrate this, play a record not quite of the same time, but one that I use quite regularly, and it's A Nightingale Sings in Berkeley Square, sung by no other than Paula Green, and with Joe Ross and his orchestra. So enjoy.
And a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. I may be right, I may be wrong, but I'm perfectly willing to swear that as you turned and smiled at me, a nightingale sang in Berkeley Square. Lingered over London town, poor puzzled moon, he wore a frown. How could he tell we were so much in love? The whole darned world seemed upside down. The streets of town were paved with stars. It was such a romantic affair. And as we kissed and said good night, a nightingale sang in Berkeley.